Hello everyone, I am Trishna from Mozilla Punjab, and um, yeah, I hope everyone is okay. Everyone is doing well in this very pandemic. Um, okay, so and I also hope that why we are gonna gather here on this awesome day, leaving your weekends apart, enjoying. Okay, so yeah, finally, we are from Mozilla, and we all welcome you for Hacktoberfest. So, all this is the second day of the Hacktoberfest, and uh, and if you are not aware of what Hacktoberfest is, I would tell you Hacktoberfest is just an event where you can contribute to open source projects on GitHub. And today we have Anshuman, who is an offensive security researcher and an organizer of Mozilla Punjab. Over to you, Anshuman.
Thank you very much, Trishna, for your introduction, and thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. And yes, as Trishna has already told you about what is like Hacktoberfest. Yeah, Hacktoberfest is kind of we can say it's a festival for developers who contribute to various open source projects, and they here we what we do, we contribute to each and every contributor of any repo of from GitHub or any kind of open source, and we thank them, or uh, we thank them, and we always um, thank them, and 1 minute, sorry. Okay, yeah. So we thank them, and we contribute to their projects and all. So let's I hope many of you are beginner in this field, so we will start from very basics, how you can contribute to it. And just let's share my screen. Okay, now, yeah, let's, I think screen will be visible right now. Let's share my screen first. Yeah, so yeah, let's start. So we today will be scripting something. Before that, let introduce myself. I am Anshuman. I am an offensive security researcher and obviously a learner and of open source contributor, and also organizer from Mozilla Punjab. Now let's have a look on our today's agenda. First, we will be knowing what is script, what script does mean to us, and how we will script, like all about script 101 we will, and then we will be sharing the ideas which you can script, and you can pull request that thing, or you can contribute to my repo, which I will be sharing in a moment. And then the process, which will be Mozilla community, no, Mozilla Punjab community leader, who will be sharing his views, and he is also GitHub campus expert. He will be showing you how you can make your first pull request, and how you can contribute to various open source project like this one. So without wasting time, let's start. So I think a beginner in this field, or in this coding world, or in this programming world, then you must be what are the scripts, how scripts are different from coding or programming, right? So Scripts and programming are those computer scripts is a list of commands designed to be executed by a program. Okay, it's not actually the program itself, but it these are the commands itself, list of commands, and which to be executed by programs, and they are used to automate tasks such as you can say data analysis, web page generation, system administration, network administration, and lots of cool stuffs like imaging processing. Like you can make video to audio, audio to video, kind of stuff. Also, you can do with that. Also, you can use you can make bots for various social medias like tweet bots for liking your tweets or resharing, retweeting for various tweet bots you can make by scripting. So for scripting, generally we use various programming languages. The famous scripting languages are these are the famous scripting languages we generally use. For first one is Python, right? Python. Second one is Bash. Third one is PHP and Ruby, Perl, JavaScript. These are known as scripting language. Scripting language are those who helps to automate task by a list of commands. Okay, so now we will be for today I will be showing one demonstration of creating one cool script. I hope, I guess everyone will be love this script, because I will reveal in some moment. But before that, just get to know that we will be using Python 3 today for scripting. Okay, but you can make script with various programming, like rest of all programming scripting languages like Bash, PHP, Ruby, Perl, or JavaScript, any of them. But for today's agenda, we will be choosing Python 3, and we'll make a small script, and then we'll see. So then let's script with Python. So for that, I will be using one code editor for that is okay. For that, let's create one file here. File name, I can say, let's video to mp3. Okay, what we will be do in this script is that first we will be asking user for YouTube link, YouTube link of like any video link. You sometimes what happens is like we get any link, any music video, but we don't get it in mp3 format because it's in YouTube. So whenever we will be getting that in YouTube, and from that link we will be making this mp3 file, and we can play through our audio player anytime we can want. So this is kind of cool stuff which we'll be going to make. So asking what we'll do, like let's simplify it. First we will be using today, that is Visual Code Studio, which I will be using for today's coding editor. You can use any of your favorite editor to script. And actually a visual coding studio, that code studio, that is like for me is user friendly, and anybody can use that. That's why I will be using that thing. And this algorithm, not we can say it's algorithm, but yes, we can say it as the process how we will be making this script one by step. First we will be asking user for YouTube link. Okay, then what we will do, second we will be just uh, download and convert that the video to mp3. Okay, second step will be what we will be downloading and converting that mp3 and also store it into any folder, to a folder. Okay, okay, this is the second step. And what we will be doing in the third step, that is we will be opening that file. sorry, open, we will be opening that file once, sorry, once it has done down, it has downloaded. Okay, these three step will be doing scripting one by one, but let's first start, first check it out how we'll be doing it. First we will be here to start any script, as I am using here Kali Linux, not Kali Ubuntu operating system as my operating system. So Unix based operating system I am using. But generally, whenever you will be scripting in Windows, you cannot, you may or may not use this command that is called shebang line command, from where you are, you are saying sorry, user bin python 3. Okay, what in this the line does means is that you are saying the interpreter to use python 3 as the like as the interpreter. Okay, you are commenting on that, because we will be compiling this, or we'll be running this file through our terminal. That's why we're initially saying that just use that interpreter, python 3 interpreter from here. If you are a windows user, that you may or may not use, but this is the actually classic way of writing any script. If I will be using bash, then I will mention here bash. If I will be using php, then I will be write here in php, like that. So this is the classic model, classic way to tell interpreter to write the script. So I will be using here python, so that's why I'm writing here. So now we'll be input two modules. For that, first one we will be importing one module, that is youtube, youtube dl, that is first one. And how you will be installing that thing, if you are a unix or linux user, ubuntu user, you can direct install from here, like pip 3 install the youtube, the name of that youtube dl, and equal to, you can choose the version also. I am using the latest version of that. So the module name and equal to, and then you will be pressing enter, then it will be showing you the version of that which you can use further. For that, there are the lots of version of available, but actually I am using this version, so I have already downloaded, so I will not install it for now. But if you will be using this module for the first time, then you have to install the very first step. Also make sure that you are installing that module, otherwise you will be having errors. Okay, then you will not bring any kind of stuff further. So make sure that. And already let's show you how you can. So I will be pasting here version number, and then I will print here. It's already satisfied. This requirement is already satisfied. And then okay. So now second import file, I will be using subprocess for what? For only importing, like this, opening the file once it has downloaded. Okay, for that process only, that step only, I will be using subprocess module. Okay, now first, uh, I will show you the this uh, like classic version, how you can use anything, like write any coding or programming here. So first you will be if name and equal to, it is the classic model of how you can write python script or python programming. It's not mandatory to use that, but if you use that, it will be, or it will be having it will execute in a sequence way. That's why I'm using that. I will be writing one function which is run function, which it will do, it will here I will be doing it here. Okay, so now I will be defining one function here. We using df keyword. Then I will be having like writing this function here over here. And yes, see here, I will be now writing the function. What it will do, it will ask the user for YouTube link. I will be giving the YouTube link, then it will convert automatically video to mp3, and it will store it on the folder. And after storing it folder, it will open once it has downloaded. Okay, so it is this actual way of writing any program of Python program, classic way you can say. So what it will do first, whenever if this statement will be there in any Python program, any statement will, the interpreter will read this line, and then inside this main function, what whichever function will be there, it will then hand its interpreter process execution will be hand over to this function. Then it will go here, and then it will execute this run function whenever it will be ready for taking an input or something like that. So for first I will be video URL for making any URL, like asking user to input any URL. I will be using here, and I will be saying please enter the video URL for that. So he will be entering the video URL over here, and then once he will be just entering the video URL, we have to like to just give a title. Whenever we'll be downloading that video to mp3, then we have to give certain name. Okay, so what name we will be giving, the exact name we will be giving to when what the YouTube having the title. In the title bar, what it shows, that name we will be giving to that video. For that, what we need the video information. To get the video information, we will be creating one parameter here, and which will stored from YouTube, import the importing, and will be having YouTube DL function downloading of this function. Then we will be extracting info from extract info function. Then we will be providing here as a parameter argument as video URL will be giving here video URL. Okay, so video URL for video URL, and download will not download that thing. If here one tip is that if you want to download any kind of video, then you have to, okay, just you have to do like download equal to false. If I am not downloading here the video, exact video, that's why I'm making it false. But if you want to download any video file from YouTube, then just make it true. Then the step will be converting that YouTube to that video. Then there will be options, and you will be opening a file of that name. I will be showing in a minute. For that, like here, to get any video information, we have to import that first module. Then in that module, there is a function called YouTube downloadable. Then from there, that function, we will extract information about that by providing video URL and video URL as a parameter. Then we will be downloading as fault of we will be flag as false. Then after that, we will be having options. Okay, options for making this. Like now the step is what this step will do, this will convert the whole video file to mp3. Now there is something, if you are not aware of, sorry, if you are not aware of programming, then it will like maybe it will be tough for you to understand it. But here what we will be creating, it's a JSON file, you can say. So here will be we will do, what operation we will going to perform. Accordingly, we will be writing here these things. And yeah, first thing what we'll get from the format, we'll choose the best video. Okay, best video format we will get from that list. Actually there are the various formats of video. Okay, so qualities of video are different, so we'll get the best video format first thing. Then for that keep video, will not keeping that video. If I want to download that video, then we might be keeping that video. Okay, but we are not keeping it because we only need that uh, mp3 of that. So that's why we're not keeping that video. So I am turning it false, making it, sorry, false, making it false. So here I will be again keeping the video. Then output out tmpl, that is the file name, that will be the file name actually. So what will be the file name? And for that, okay, sorry, for that before we need to mention here the file name. So here I will be, what I will do here, I will output that file to some file tmpl, and then here I will mention the file name which I have not created yet, but yes, I will create here file name. Then what will be the file name? That is formatting, if string which I will use for formatting. Then the video, from the video info, I will fetch the title. Sorry, info, I will fetch the title here. Okay, then title, after fetching the title, I will put here dot mp3. So whatever the title will be having. Okay, sorry, not here. So let's understand it very carefully. So what I am doing here, what the mp3 file name will be, the from the video information, which what will be the title here, that will be showing as the video mp3 file, and .mp3 format will be the name of that file. Okay, and I am providing this out tmpl parameter as file name. We need that to we need to provide that. Now these lines will convert the video to mp3. This line, like preprocessor, what post processor, which will convert postprocessors, processors, preprocessor, what it will do, it will convert the whole video file into mp3. How it will convert from post processors will be converting like this. For that we need to first create one dictionary, then list, then dictionary, and we will be using here the key value. Here we need to pass that. What key will be that? It will use for f ffmm. These are the key terms for, for the files, audio files, for we need to provide that. That's why it will understand that yes, we need to convert to audio file. From that video we need to like extract the audio file. So here what it will be, ffmpeg extract then audio. Okay, it will extract the audio video from the it will extract audio from that video. Then again, what we will be delivering here, you will not totally understand it because it's a core concept of converting one video file to audio file. So just write it down as I am doing it. Preference, preferred DC take. Okay, let me check it if it's wrong. Okay, DCDO. Okay, doc. codec. Okay, now it's, I think, right. No, it's right now. Preferred doc. Now we'll be naming it as MP3 because it's a format of MP3 files. Now again we need to preferred quality. We need to provide that preferred quality. For preferred quality we need to provide 192. That may be the best quality of audio file and mp3 file will be there. So this term, this this function, not function, this processor will be converting the video file to mp3. Okay, now what we will be doing, we will be done with all this stuff, and now we'll be opening a file, like, not file, with youtube dl dot youtube dl options. Will be passing these those options which we have set as ydl, let's say ydl, and then we are download that file. Now we have extracted the audio file from this option, then we are now storing this file, the using this youtube dl to one file, that is ydl dot download. It will be downloaded, it will be downloading those files, those video info from the video info. What it will be downloading, it will be downloading the web page URL. So from the web page URL, it will be downloading those videos. And now, again, once again, what I will do here, now for opening that, once it has downloaded, now it has downloaded the file. Now, if I will open that file, so it will, using the subprocess module, I will be opening this that file using the file name. So what should I write? Subprocess module I need to call, then call as call function. Then in call function we need to provide here, that is open, we need to open that file, and file name, providing the file name. It will, what it will do, it will open the, simply the open the file. Okay, now which we have created right here. So now again let's have a look quickly how we have created this whole of thing. First thing is shebang line, which is I think important for any script, to write any script, sorry, write any script. So I say it as an interpreter python 3. Okay, now we'll be importing module, two modules will be importing, that is one is youtube dl, and second one is subprocess. And for installing, subprocess is mainly, just downloaded by every python libraries by default, but you need to install this youtube dl by uh, like writing the command pip3 install, followed by the name. Okay, now third is, now the thing is, I will be writing this thing. It is a classic model of just okay, so it's a classic model of writing any program. That is, if is equal to name is equal to main function, where I will be declaring one function, and this function will be declared before that main function. As you can say, it's like C programming, how we declare the functions before the main function, right? So yes, now the thing is, we will be having here, we will be taking user input from this line. What we will be giving input as, we'll be giving input a video URL of which our favorite video which we want to be convert from video to mp3. So we'll be providing here, and then we will be importing the particular function, that is class of a video to download and extract extract information by providing URL here and download equal to for, because we don't want to download the file of video. We want to convert that video file to mp3. For that we need to here specific the file name of that mp3 file. So what I am doing here, so I am just making the title as the title of YouTube video as the title of mp3, which we'll be converting further. So I am giving the file name like this. This is called f string format. Okay, so here it will be formatted as video title dot mp3. Then options I'll be providing, which options I want to convert the whole video to mp3. So that is format equal to best video quality. It will face the best video quality for the best list. And then keep the video, it will not keeping the video, it will flushing the video. That's why it's I'm making it false. And the output file will be file name, which I have mentioned it here. And then it will post processors, like what post processor will do. Post processor will do, like I can say, like you can imagine that post processor, like after download, after fetching that exact video which we want to convert to mp3, it will making extracting the audio file from that and making it that exact file. So these are the terms which you need to specify if you want to download any video to audio, like yeah, convert any video to audio. Then what I am doing here, I am just passing here the YouTube file, like downloaded download the web page url. Like web page url, what will be the web page url? That video information, from the video information list there will be one key which is a web page url, and it will be having the exact audio file for that. So it will be downloaded in that. After downloading, I will be calling import for module. Then in the import module, then it will be passing the open file, and it will be open, and that file which are downloaded. So I think it should work. Let's check, because I'm not like pro python developer. That's why maybe I made maybe any mistakes. So let's check it out if it works or not. Let's save it and open the terminal, clear it out. Okay, now let's wire the python. Okay, data structure, I think I have make exercises. Okay, so here's the file. Our file, what is YouTube, not that file. Okay, video to mp3, that is our file. So what I will do to compile any, those python program, we should mention python 3 here, because if I only mention python, that will open the python 2 by default. But I have written that code using python 3. That's why I will mention here the python 3 and then the file name followed by file name. Sorry. Okay, I have made some mistakes. Let's check it out what I have made. Okay, I didn't either. That's expected. That's expected. Everything I have made mistakes here. So okay, now I think it will be fine. Okay. What another? I think I have one the mistake, that is options. Okay, now options is not defined because it's okay. Now let's check it out. Okay, I have done it. Already done it. So that's, I knew it will not work for some reason. Now let's run the file. YouTube. Okay. So it's asking me for an YouTube video that I will give here from, like, let's go to YouTube first. Okay, taking time. Maybe my internet is slow. maybe. So yes, so short music video here. Let's run it up. Okay, any video here. I have got it. Yeah, it will take time. Copy the URL, open it first, and I have copying here. Oh, copy from here. Actually, my net is slow. Sorry for that. I don't know what's actually happening here, but won't work. Okay. Excuse me. I need excuse me. Hello. Am I audible? Sorry, I don't know what's happening actually. Actually, hello. Uh, what's going on? Okay, then share my screen. I think I have shared my screen. Yeah. Have you shared that? I'm okay. 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 Sorry for that. Issues. Okay. What we are finding in YouTube video URL. So we find from here. Okay. Let's open it. It's not opening. Actually, what's wrong? Okay. Now we'll be searching short music video things or video that can show how we can download. Okay. Now taking. I think we have done with the like coding part, and yes, this is how we make scripts. For the downloading part, I am showing you in a moment as my internet not working properly, so I'm very sorry once again for this internet behaviors. Let's not it. Okay, what I have downloaded.
Hi everyone. Vishal here. So thank you Anshuman for teaching us how to script. I can understand that there is an internet issue and that happens to all of us. So for those of you who are watching it right now, if you had any questions or if you did not understand anything or you did not get something that you wanted to understand, you can always drop in the chat and ask your questions and we will answer it. We are still live and we will be until unless we answer your questions. So I am going to show you how we can participate in Anshuman's repo and contribute by writing a script. So in the chat, you will find a link to Anshuman's repo and I will share my screen right now. And here you can see this is Anshuman's repo. It's called Let's Script. You can find the link here as well. And also it should be in your chat. This is a repo where you can contribute after writing scripts that Anshuman just taught you. I'll show you quickly how to make a pull request. If you are contributing for the first time, it can be a little overwhelming and intimidating at the same time. But it is very simple, and I'll try to show you the best I can. So the first thing that we go about doing when we try to contribute to any repository or any project on open source is clone it or fork it. It's basically both the same, but we don't have to clone it in our local machines for this particular case, since we can write the script directly on our website web browsers. So I'm going to fork it. So on my right hand side on the top, you can see an option called fork. It should be visible here. Okay, yeah. As you can see, this option is called fork, and clicking on this will make a copy of Anshuman's repo in my account. So as you can see, it asks me which account I would like to fork into. I am a contributor at the Mozilla Punjab repo, so I have an option here. You might not see it. You might see any other options that you are a contributor or a maintainer of. So I'll go ahead and fork it into my personal repo. This is a very straightforward step and there is not much that you have to do. Just click on fork, and right now as you can see, the name has changed to Kinda Vishal slash Let's Script. So Kinda Vishal is my username on GitHub, and this shows that the code or the project of Anshuman is right now under my account, and I can make the changes whatever I wish to as I want to. Let's say I want to add a new file. So what we can do is we can click on add a file option here. So there are two options that you see, that you can create a file right here on the web browser itself, or you can upload files from your local machine. So I'm going to create a new file, and we have to name the file in whatever fashion we want to, or sometimes even the projects and the code maintainers have specific guidelines on how you should name your files. So I'm going to make a separate folder called Kinda Vishal. You can enter your own username here. And the way you create folders on the web browser is that after writing the name of the folder, just press a backslash and that should create a folder. So this is not a file, Kinda Vishal is a folder, and I will create a Python script here. So I am not a Python coder, nor do I know how to sorry, how to write in Python. So I'm just going to enter something very random, and I don't know if this is going to work. It has been very long since I coded something in Python. I think Anshuman can confirm is if this syntax is even valid. Of course, this is not a script. This is something very simple. But yes, as you can see, GitHub automatically recognizes the .py extension and highlights the syntax for Python language. And once your file has been created, you can go ahead and commit it. And it is very important at this stage that you make your commit messages very descriptive. So I will write created a file that makes YouTube videos logo. Okay, create commit service. Okay, fewer than 50 errors. Okay, I will shorten that. Created a file. This is a very bad commit message. I can see. Created a script that makes YouTube videos go to parallel universe. Of course, it does not do that. This is just a dummy, and please avoid doing it. I'm just showing you because I'm just trying to demo how you can open a pull request. And once you have entered the commit message and the title, you can go ahead and commit new file. And once you do that, you would be able to see the file on the repo itself. If you go to the code tab, you should see a new folder. As you can see here, the kind of visual folder is created, and inside that folder I have the script.py file. Now GitHub is going to tell us that this branch is one commit ahead of Anshuman's main repo. That means that we have commits which are not in sync with Anshuman's repo. And should we want this to go to Anshuman's repo, we can compare it or open a pull request. Opening a pull request will notify Anshuman that we have made certain changes to his repo and we would like them to be added to his main repo. This is a way that you can that that you can use to solve bugs or maybe fix any issues on anybody's open source projects. And as you can see, I can see the pull request here. It's just showing me the necessary things. And as you can see, the base repository is Anshuman's main repo, and the repo that is going to be merged with is kind of Vishal. That is my. So I'll go ahead and create a pull request. Yup, I want edits by maintainers to be turned on. This looks good to me, and I will click on create request. So as soon as I do that, you can see that I am right now on Anshuman's main repo and my pull request is here, which means that Anshuman now can review my pull request, review my commits, go ahead and check if my script is in line with what he wants his repo to be about. And it is very important that you do not merge the pull request or do anything on your own, because this can lead to merge conflicts which you want to avoid if you are working in a team. And Anshuman has now already been notified about my pull request, and once he gets time, he will review my pull request. And we can also add a comment here. Leave a nice sweet message. Okay. So all the text that you write on GitHub supports Markdown. That means you can write in the Markdown fashion anywhere. So right now you can see that I did not enter an emoji here, but rather wrote the Unicode for the emoji. So as soon as you write this, you can see the emoji here. Please review my code and provide your feedback. It is nice not to tag any maintainers because the maintainers have already been notified by GitHub. Tagging them on your pull requests are just an extra step which you should try to avoid because they are already notified and you don't want to do it again. And with that, you have successfully opened a pull request, and it is now up to the code maintainer or the owner to review your pull request and merge it if it's in line with what they want. And once it merges, as you can see, the repo of Anshuman is taking part in Hacktoberfest 2020, which means that any pull request that you make to this repo, if merged, will be counted as your merge in Hacktoberfest. So if you're trying to complete the challenge, go ahead, make a script, and submit your code to Anshuman's repo. Now, a very important thing that this year has come up, that a lot of spam PRs has been seen in the repos. What does spam PR basically mean is that since Anshuman's repo is accepting PRs of Python scripts, we should not be submitting something non-relatable to it, such as a code of React.js or Angular or anything, something that is completely unrelated to the what the project is about. Those PRs cause a lot of trouble for the maintainers, as they have to go through individual PRs to make sure that either they are a spam or they are not a spam. So most of the good repos would have a contributing.md. I'm sure Anshuman will add one to his repo as well. And you should follow the correct guidelines to contribute to any repo and avoid making spam PRs, so that the Hacktoberfest event is actually inclusive and open to everybody, and a nice experience for everyone. Now, since I told you that I am not a Python developer and I am not very good in Python, but I want to learn scripts and I want to learn how Anshuman wrote the script, I can go ahead to the GitHub Student Developer pack and avail my Student Developer pack, which gives me access to a lot of things, including something, some, yes, educational websites such as 1 month, where you can learn JavaScript and Python in just 30 days. Every course on this platform is just of 30 days, and I think this can be something I can benefit from. So if you don't know already, GitHub is a sponsor for Autumn Hacks too, and they're very grateful. They're very nice to have sponsored our hackathon to make it possible. If you haven't registered for Autumn Hacks, you can find the link in the description of the YouTube video. And check out our first session that we did on how to make pull requests. We have gone into the details of it, and there you can find a link to how you can avail your student developer pack if you're participating in Autumn Hacks and you make something using the GitHub student developer pack. You might win a special prize. So find the link in the description, and feel free to contribute to open source. You're welcome to join us at Autumn Hacks, which is happening from 30th October to 1st of November. You can find the link to register in the description of the YouTube video. And with this, I think we are ready to accept answers. I will stop sharing my screens. Sorry, accept questions or accept answers, even if you're trying to answer somebody else's question. I'll invite Anshuman back to the panel because I think script questions are not my cup of tea.
Yes, sorry, very sorry everyone for this sudden power, like internet, like blackout in my locality for a while. I don't know why, what
That's fine.
happened. Actually,
Keeps happening.
I thought my internet pack has means
Exhausted.
yeah, exhausted. But after that, I again researched that. Again, it's not working. I got panic. Then I thought like I have called my some friend and he told me that yeah, still not working. The actual internet issues was there.
Is it fixed now?
Okay, so
I think it's
yeah,
totally fixed now.
that's why I am talking to you.
Oh, sorry. Okay. I should have understood it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, no issues. So thank you very much, Vishal, for your managing this my, that last part, and thank you for just explaining all this for things and all very well. So
I got
any
you back.
questions? Yeah. So any questions? If anyone can ask
I
related
think
to
I think I
what?
saw one. Yes.
Mhm.
And that's the question, which I also asked because you were
Yes.
demoing on a Ubuntu machine, and we could be in Windows as well. So how could we do this if we were in Windows?
Where? Note. Uh, so
My question was that
your question is.
you're running the script in a Ubuntu machine, right? So is it possible to do
Mhm.
it in Windows machines as well?
Yes, any machine you can write it on. It's doesn't means independent with. any machine dependent on, it's independent. Actually scripts are independent, but yes, you need to fix first the module which you have to install. Actually it's in Python. If I am talking about Python itself, then you can also run it on your Windows machines, but you need to take care of that you have installed those required script which are mentioned in the program above, like import YouTube DL. That's are not pre-installed modules. Whenever you are scripting, right, so these scripts are actually made by someone. Like it's not pre-installed in whenever I'm installing Python in my system, that time actually those main modules are installed. Okay, those are pre-installed. Rather than these modules, like if we want to convert PDF to document, or document to PDF, for this kind of we need to install another modules. Those are not pre-installed in these Python libraries. So for that we need to make sure that we have to install those things on our machines, then we are good to go with that. And before starting with that, I have mentioned that if you are using in Kali Linux or Windows whatever, but make sure while you are writing any script, any kind of script, I am talking about here Python, that use the shebang line, that is known as shebang line, star exclamation mark and hashtag. That is known as shebang line. Okay, just what is that? We are giving the command whenever interpreter is the one line, like we are compiling, we're running it from terminal, right? So whenever terminal will get to know that whichever like interpreter we're using, so we are specifying that interpreter which we want to compile our program. Like for the Python, it may interpret in Python only, Python 2.7, but it will not work if it interpreted in, or it is compiled in 2.7. For that we need Python 3. That's why we have mentioned that has exclamation hashtag user bin, that is the location of the interpreter in this Unix machine. If you are in Ubuntu, or if you are in Ubuntu my kind of machines, or you may be you are using a Mac user, at that time you will be mentioning that. And I think if you are using Windows, then also make a habit to make those kind of lines before, while whenever you are writing scripts. I think I am clear now, Vishal, your doubt.
Yes, that actually makes a lot of things clearer. Also, my question was that since like in Linux we have the terminal, can we run
Mhm.
the commands directly on the CMD in Windows?
Yeah, for that we need to set the path variable, right? For time, like path variable we need to add at that time, like whenever we are using Python thing, like for the Python, whenever installing for the first time in our Windows machine, we need to set the path variable to that command prompt. Like it's by default nowadays, it's, I think it's automatically detected. So yes, we can use that. Not every command prompt thing, but we can use that. Like
Okay,
command prompt supports a few of the commands of Python, as per as my knowledge.
okay. I see. It's
Yeah.
it's been actually quite some time I have used Windows, but yeah, that could be
Yes.
some of the questions, right?
So I think
Also,
it's
mhm.
developers these days. 80% developers are using Ubuntu or Linux or Unix, so they are actually tending to use those many features, because whenever you will be in code development field, or whenever you will be dealing with lots of different languages, then it will be very easy for us to handle every kind of stuff using Kali Linux or Ubuntu or any another distro which are meant to be for developers, open source. I think.
I see. So, uh, I had a few more questions if we still have time.
Mhm.
I think, okay, we are two
Yes.
minutes more than, but okay, I'll ask it. This would be my last question.
Yes.
So, writing scripts is something I have heard from a lot of time. And from my knowledge, I know you are a very hardcore script writer and you have written a
No,
lot of
no.
scripts.
Yeah, I
Please,
have
please.
written, but
You have
have
written a
have
decent amount
done
of
script
scripts.
writer is another level they have. Yeah, you ask your question. Sorry for
So
interrupting.
yeah. So what's like the best script that you have come across? What problem did it solve? Or something that could really that inspired you to show this off?
You know,
Is there maybe
as
it was something that you wrote also?
yeah, okay. Let me tell my first experience with scripts. Actually, before, whenever I didn't start in this field, like I have just started with the computer science and all, and I'm actually more interested in cybersecurity and ethical hacking kind of stuff. So, in this field, in offensive security field, everything is automated. Everything, every attacks you can say, or any detection of anything, that's all automated, like system administration to network automation to any kind of things I want to find out. Like there are these days lots of many bug hunters, like those who hunts for bugs in web applications, right? So those are means are actually for, you know, like क्या बोलते हैं उसको, like meant to be do their task in scripts. Like there are certain tasks like finding URL, finding like I am hunting in certain web apps, so I need to find their hidden directories. So it's not possible for me to go their web pages and browse each and every what resources they have. Maybe they are like 3 to 4 or 5 level after that, they have some directories which may contain sensitive information in that. So it's not possible for a human to go their like those places, or those, you know, find those vulnerabilities. But here the scripts come into picture for the bug hunters, right? Bug hunters, what they does is like they just provide the link or URL of that company itself. Nothing, they don't do anything. They let run the script for let's say for 6 hours, automated script. They will automatically finding their vulnerabilities, and they will find their, if any sensitive information like password dictionary, there will be PASSWERD or credentials related to those terms. They will search for that. If there contain any file, they will like grab it and put it off, download it on attacker's machine or bug hunter's machine, so they can make a report out of that. And as well, I have you know, just my first script was that I was learning, just you know, scanning network, how network scanned, like why we use a network scanner. That is for which port are, you know, open to means to know the ports are open. Ports are actually we can say where the services are running in every system for web application or anything. So to know that thing, we need to automate things. We cannot by human, it's not possible to, you know, just get that thing done. So if we there is a tool is nmap is also used for that purpose, and it is used it is written in nmap also a script tool. It is the live example. Hackers can relate to it, or any pen tester can relate to it. Nmap they use more often. Everyone use often, that often in that case. And this is actually script tool, and this is so big. It has lots of module, and it is written in Lua. Okay, it's written in Lua, I think.
Is that okay? If I'm not wrong, is that the language by Google?
It's which one, Lua? It's Lua
Yeah.
Google, not Cycling. I don't think Lua. It's not Google language. It's a kind of open source kind of language like Python itself.
Okay. Okay. That's nice. That's nice. I didn't know. I knew Nmap was something to be automated, but yeah, I didn't have the insight or in depth you gave us. So I
Thank you.
think we are really over time, and this was really a great session.
Yes.
And thank you again, Anshuman. Thank you again, Trishna. Trishna, who introduced us. She is also speaking
Uh,
at a conference tomorrow. We hope her all the best for her talk. And anybody who's watching this video now or later, we hope to see you at Autumn Hacks on 30th of
Yeah.
October. Join us at the link in the description, and let's hack this autumn with us. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.